welcome. My name is Sarah Arthanagara, and this is Pilates in Bali, day 1. We'll be focusing on breath and relaxation throughout our practice today. We'll need a thera-band, or you can also use a rope tie, a yoga strap, or even a belt. We'll begin by bringing our feet about shoulder width apart, lifting up our toes, spread our toes as wide as possible, and then try to place one toe down at a time. Yeah, like we have dexterous hands trying to create dexterous feet. So we'll place down the baby toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, and big toe, rounding down into our mat. Let's go ahead and take our thera-band and just place it around our neck for a moment. And we'll close our eyes, moving deeper into the connection with our body, bringing our awareness down into our feet. Let's take a shift of weight forward and back. Starting to slow down our breath. Bring the awareness internally, letting go of thoughts about the past and future, and really bringing our attention into the present moment, into what we're feeling in our bodies. Now let's find a nice balance between the front of the foot and the center of the heel, and then take a moment to shift our weight from side to side, feeling the weight shift to the inside edge of one foot and the outer edge of the other. Now starting to make this shift more and more subtle, finding a nice balance of weight in between the outer edges and inner edges of the feet, the forefoot and the heel. Let's take our hands to our belly and take a deep breath into those hands, allowing that belly to expand with the breath. As we exhale, let's exhale out through the mouth. As we inhale, we'll inhale through the nose. Taking this 3 more times. Again, feeling that grounding through the feet as we breathe. Arriving in our bodies today. Letting go of that which is not serving us. Now connecting a little deeper into the core, still keeping this sense of deep awareness. Let's flower the eyelids open for a moment and turn one palm to face forward. As we exhale, we're going to bend the knees, press one hand forward, and the hand that's on the abdomen is going to lift up the front of the belly, and then release. Exhaling, pressing that palm forward, scooping the belly, lifting up, and release. 3 more. Connecting back in with that breath. Out through the mouth. In through the nose. We'll release the arms down by our sides, and then take a nice deep shoulder roll. Inhaling, perhaps bending the knees some. Exhaling, shoulders up and back and down. Strong legs. Now as we're moving the body, bending the knees and stretching the legs, we're still finding that placement nice and balanced between the feet. Keeping our shoulders rolled back and down. Let's take the band and remove it from our necks. And place the hands a little wider perhaps than the shoulders. And then trying to, again, keep those shoulders down, keep the legs nice and engaged and those feet planted. We'll take a deep inhale as we bring the arms up overhead. Now as the arms pass overhead, we're going to try to avoid popping the ribs open, which some of us love to do, including myself. So keeping those ribs knit together, keeping that feeling of almost a lift of the pubic bone towards the belly button, and bringing that band down to our backs. Then inhaling, we'll lift that band back up to the sky. And exhale, return it down to our thighs. Let's go ahead and add on a knee bend to that. So we're going to inhale, take the bend of the knees as the arms reach up. Exhale and straighten the legs as the arms come down. Big inhale, moving the ribs east and west. Exhale, band down to the thighs. Twice more. Every last drop of breath out. Big expansion. One more round. Feeling that nice grounding through our feet. Stress rolling off the shoulders. And completing that last repetition, we're going to take the arms up one more time. Bring the arms back behind us and find that angle of stretch. Finding that best angle for us today, not too intense. And then we're going to stretch the thera-band so that we actually lose the tension in our chest. And then as we inhale, let's allow the thera-band to bring us into that nice stretch. And exhaling, stretching the thera-band. Inhale, expand the chest expansion. We might even let those ribs flare just a little bit right now. And for these last two, if it feels good and we're not having any low back discomfort today, maybe adding a chest lift. One more time. Reaching the arms all the way up to the sky and then back down to our thighs. Now we're going to take that thera-band and fold it in half if we're using the thera-band. If we're using something more stiff, like a yoga strap or a rope tie perhaps, then you can keep it nice and long. We're going to take that thera-band out in front of us, or take our strap, and then pull on the ends, waking up those shoulder muscles, toning that stomach, drawing it in nice and firmly. And we're going to take a set of squats, sending the weight a little more into the heels as we sit back, and then more into the toes as we lift up and press the arms down to our thighs. Let's take an inhale as we lower, exhale as we lift. Let's see if we can tap into that relaxation of shoulders down, even though those legs are working so hard. Firming the buns a bit as we come up. Really open up the hips when we stand. We're going to take this down and stay, and heating it up a little bit more, we're going to take a little bounce here. Still pulling on the ends of our strap, scooping that belly in nice and deep. We'll take 5 more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. And standing up nice and tall. Let's go ahead and remove our band. We'll place it aside. And now we're going to turn out the legs. We're going to place the hands on the hips to make sure it's coming from the right place. And then we're going to pivot on our heels to externally rotate the thighs and then come back to parallel. So as you can see, my feet and knees are moving as well. But the movement is really coming from my thigh bones, from my femur bones, deep up in the hip sockets. Still keeping that nice, easeful breath. Can continue to breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth throughout our practice today. Now let's keep that turn out. Feel those muscles woken up, maybe even wrap those hands around just at the base of the buttocks. And we're going to take a nice bend of the knees, which we sometimes call a plie. We're going to stay here, slide the hands a little further down towards the knees, and then press the knees back. And 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, hold it there on 10. Keep that nice activation. Try to feel that weight again, equal in the big toe side of the foot and the baby toe. And then we're going to straighten those legs up, slide the hands up, and feel that tush engage. And then slide the hands down towards the knees, still pressing those knees back some, not rolling the big toes off the mat, but feeling that nice connection. And stretch it up. Inhaling to lower, exhaling to lift. Let's bring the arms down with us now, elbows pulling back, fingertips reaching up as we stand tall. Now we're going to come down and hold this. Draw those elbows back a lot, squeeze the shoulder blades together, and pinch those ribs a little bit in the front with the belly. Reaching those arms out and up for a little sun goddess moment, lifting up the chest. If you're in the sun as I am, you may close your eyes. And then take a little bounce. 2, 3, 4, 5. Stretching those arms and legs up, and now bowing forward, circling the arms up overhead again. Inhale, exhale, bowing forward, maybe even rounding the back a little bit. Continuing to feel that groundedness through the feet, the relaxation through our shoulders, and connecting and integrating the breath. Last time reaching up, and now we'll release those arms down. Take another few shoulder rolls, walk those feet back in. Right, we're ready to move down to our mat. Let's go ahead and move to the end of our mat and take a roll down. Standing nice and tall, shoulders roll back and down to begin, and again recentering our weight over the feet. Taking a deep breath in, standing tall, and exhale, we'll nod the chin to the chest. Soften the knees, a little micro bend, or bend the knees a lot if we're feeling more stiffness in the hamstrings today. Now bending the knees once more and rolling ourselves back up. Enjoying each moment along the way. Let's take this one more time, rolling back down to the mat, and then we'll take a seat.